just trying to figure you out. I want more of you if I'm honest. I'm just trying to figure you out. You're all I need to know.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Tonight, the second of our 2 divisional games on this Saturday. It's the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. And off we go from Ford Field. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
You should get out of my way. You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way. I got too many.
First carry for David Montgomery. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Goff going to get this out to St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. That's his first grab in this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On play action, Goff. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And we'll see where they spot this. Very close to a first down. He's forced out just shy of the mark. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches.
At the Giants' 41.
Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor.
And he will score! David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. Pass to the point after. He's got it. And the Lions are out to a 7-0 lead. Here in this divisional playoff matchup. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Now, faking the give. Open right side is likely. There's no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll run. It's the rookie from Alabama. down the sideline, past the 40. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. A big-time play out of the G-Backs. 31 yards. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
In these goal-to-go situations, backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Back to throw. He's got his big tight end, Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Giants.
Touchdown, Giants.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time, Mike, talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and I saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and it's a big-time play.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll swing this out to Montgomery. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down. A pickup of 8.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. He'll set up the screen to Montgomery.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
We'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Lions ball to begin this 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, like I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 3rd down.
17.
From the gun, on third down, it's gone. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on fourth down.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On a handoff, it's Montgomery. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. At the Giants' 10-yard line.
Throwing here is gone. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it. And that pass falls incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is third and inches. They'll let the fullback try to push the puck. And reach forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is first and goal coming up.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up into this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
Down in here in the low red zone, Mike, these windows are just so short. The field's a lot wider than it is deep, so it really changes the scheme and the progression of the quarterback, and nowhere really to go with the ball, and falls incomplete.
Throwing here on third and goal. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 6.
At their own 6-yard line.
They'll run, and this is Cam Scatterbury. Not much happening there, just a short game.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's a second and 9. Neighbors in motion. Now a give up the middle, and he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Let's go now. Back on 80. Back on 18.
He'll drop to throw. It looks middle, and he's got his man complete. Across midfield, shot out of a cannon. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 91 yards. Touchdown, Giants. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a first down, at the very least give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
The return starts from the 5. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On first down, it's Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
That's good for Lions.
2 minutes to go here till halftime.
First and 10.
Back with more NFC playoff action after this. So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Throwing, Goff. That one incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up
The
third
tackle
down.
made at the 47-yard line.
Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds and stops the clock as well.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the first down.
Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete. After that play, it stopped, an injured Giant on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Throwing on second down. Goff. That's right side and into the hands of Tesla. And it looks like he's going to come up just short on the first down. Out of bounds. A yard shy of what they needed. But have to pick it up on third down. On the give, this is their fullback. He's trying to use the big frame to push forward, but I don't think he's going to get there. He's held up at the line of scrimmage, and now it's fourth down.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here.
Incomplete. Turnover on downs.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
Liking 18.
He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors.
The first down pass. Complete to number 1, Malik Neighbors.
Here's a second and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
He'll look to
At the
throw.
31-yard line.
That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, New York.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. And he'll be written out of bounds after a gain of 6.
At the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Back to the air one more time. Finding the open man, that's Pittman. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
13 yards.
And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half.
First down.
First and 10. In motion comes Pittman. They'll look to throw again. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, New York. Extra point attempt still to come. The kick is good. And the Giants will take a 21-7 lead. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 28-yard line.
DC. Cut. 12. White 20. Cut.
Goff to throw on first down. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. He's going to try it here again. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. We are set for the second half kickoff. One of these teams ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week. And we are back at it with the third quarter. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. The third quarter begins with a run. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 1 yard.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
They'll stick with him again. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
2-yard line.
So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of
Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
First down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Now he'll run it.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, here's Montgomery. Good blocking to the 15. And he's into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
And he'll be forced out of bounds by a very solid return. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
A run on first down. And he searches forward for a gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's second and 5. Again, out of the gun, and it's Scalaboo. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not out. Gonna lose a yard.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
From 6 yards out, it's first and goal. Blitz coming, he'll throw it, and that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Michael Pittman, touchdown, Giants. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with his work.
At their own 22-yard line.
I just want to rock. I just want to rock. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. He'll go play action with Goff. In trouble, and down he goes. Tremaine Edmonds in there to drop up, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. Oh, big hole left side. And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score. 86 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. The extra point is up and through. And the Lions are back to within 7. It's 28-21. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. Now an opening past the 30.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Drive will start on the ground. Whoa! Down the sideline, past the 45. And he is out of bounds. That one good for 29.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Giants.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and they lost yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Back to throw. This one just too far for the receiver. Out front. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. Wow, what a big kick there. I mean, just looking down, anytime the kicker is lined up on the other side of the 50, you think, there's no way this ball's going to get there, Mike. But listen, he's got a big leg. This one he strikes absolutely perfect. That was good off the foot.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On play action. Goff. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is brought in. And he will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Blown back in the backfield. They'll get the carry here. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 14 on that one. 1st down, Giants. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, New York. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Goff. He'll send it downfield for Laporta. That one's pinballed around, but it is incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. They'll run to the right with Montgomery. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Here's the toss to Scatterboot, heading right. And, oh, they smack him down there. Big hit, right at the line. No gain.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
It is second and 9. A handoff as they try to run it here. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play. A really good play.
He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Williams now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down 23 yards.